It's Week 17 of the National Football League. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Bengals and the Bills on Monday Night Prime Time.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday nighter of the year between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaunt alongside my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, for as much as the defender in you probably hates to hear it, the NFL is a league ruled by offenses, and we've got a couple of good ones about ready to do battle here.
Well, you know me quite well. Maybe one day I can get to be commissioner. I can flip that around a little bit, and we can just talk about defense. But let's face it, we're talking about two units that rank in the top 5 in the league. So I think this might be a game where you forget about the field goals. You better finish your drives with touchdown if you want to keep up with the Joneses on the other sideline.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
First down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago: 22 carries, 119 yards.
And they've already clinched the playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game, because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. What a good contest here for our first Monday night game of 2023. Happy New Year, one and all, and thanks for pulling yourself away from all those college bowl games going on. For this, a great matchup between two of the real up-and-comers in the AFC. Now they get 4 down after a loss of 1. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Back deep, Trent Taylor. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There you go. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. There you go. Now Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst with it. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. going to throw again. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down. Here's Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man winning coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On third down, Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Playoff picture here. You see they've got that number 2 spot right now. Obviously a lot to like about that and where they're at in this home stretch of the season. But that first round home game is not guaranteed, Charles, until they lock up their division.
Bottom line, win the division, stay number 2. You get a favorable game at home to begin what you hope will be a nice postseason run.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The Bills at 12-3 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust instead of just you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give up the middle to Singletary. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a touchdown.
Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Cincinnati coming back on the field here for their second drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. is incomplete here.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they can catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And this returnable for Hines. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And here come the Bills. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Draw play. This is Hines. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. Are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's complete to Diggs. A big play here for Buffalo. 51 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. They run here with Singletary, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills have taken a 13-0 1st quarter lead. He hit him earlier in this 1st quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
11 Thomas, 11 Mighty.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
12, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11 MP, 11 MP.
Burrow will throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. They will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. 2 tries there on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Quick toss to Knox. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tommy Sweeney, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. We'll pause here for an injured player, and this would be an important one. Von Miller in some discomfort on the field right now. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The left-footed Kevin Huber set to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Hines now on the return. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Singletary again. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 37. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Here's Hines. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. And now they'll throw with Allen. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. This is caught. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They look to run with Singletary. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Allen going to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. now is Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir from 3 yards out. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And out now, here come the Bengals. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
Gotta go.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second
11
down.
MPs, 12, 11 Thomas, 11 Mighty, 12.
Mixing up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
On one, right?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Burrow. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Cheetah Bengals with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow under pressure again, and down he goes again. Gregory Rousseau, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to our... All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
11 MPs.
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This is caught, it's Boyd. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now Burrow on 1st down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. The first carry for Samaje Perine. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Ready? 11 Thomas.
Here's Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by McPherson. Looking good. It is down to 28-10. So now play drive covering 80 yards. It was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. They run with Hines. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The impact out there good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Now it's Hines, and he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Allen now on first down. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Hines is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Allen. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be defense. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? The extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
11 MT,
Inside handoff to Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
12. 11 Thomas. 11 Mighty.
Back to
11 Mighty.
Mixon on 2nd down. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
This is Hines. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. The Bills on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines, and he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 110 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now Allen, and it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Cook diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taylor now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no waypoint. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. And Burrow going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Here we go, here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Burrow will throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. 11. Again, it's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now it's Mixon running right. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Touchdown, Bengals! Tyler Boyd from 6 yards away. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Offense back out. We take a closer peek at the dual threat back, Nyheim Hines.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You probably got some help even from the wide receivers. They want to catch passes as opposed to bounce. They're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to the ground. This time Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 119 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hines. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Allen now looks to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Here we go.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Eluding the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. To try again after the sack. Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From midfield now, Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Burrow on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morgan. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Throwing again, it's Burrow. First down, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
11 MT, 11 MT, 12.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the tackle, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Again, it's Burrow on second and 10. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at third and 10. Now Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Trent Taylor, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, McPherson able to kick this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Buffalo,
they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining.